Starting a family through sperm donation is not uncommon. In fact, thousands of women have decided to take this route to motherhood. But what you don't know about the donor and dozens of lawsuits have been filed by angry moms who claim that sperm banks have left out crucial information like criminal background, education, and history of mental illness. But how could something like this happen? Requirements for donor applicants vary from state to state and in some cases clinic to clinic. Can hopeful moms trust sperm banks to tell the whole truth? Weighing in on this today with us is attorney Ariva Martin. And because of the surprising number of lawsuits concerning sperm banks, we actually asked one of the lawyers representing some of these clients to join us. Please welcome San Francisco trial lawyer Nancy Hirsch via Skype. So are you finding that there are certain untoward sperm banks maybe where these nefarious characters are ruining things? Because I have to believe there are some sperm banks out there that are doing the best that they can, right?
I don't agree with that. I think the best that they can, it has nothing to do with actual genetic testing. The best that they can do a background check on every donor. Simple background check costs $8. If the donor has some history, criminal background, like some of our donors, then that's a red flag. One, that's something that the mothers would want to know. And two, it's a red flag, can be for mental illness. And then check their educational history. One of the big selling points for sperm, a product, is that the donor is highly educated and has a high IQ. If that's not true, then that's something that's very easy for the sperm banks to find out.
As an attorney, I just want to ask you, people often ask me, when mothers file these lawsuits, are they saying that they don't love their children or they want to give the children back because the children are somehow defective? And I think it's important that we debunk that myth.
My mothers love their children. They don't want to give their children back. They would never want to give their children back. They want accountability and support from the sperm banks. For example, if you have a child that is autistic, as is the case with a couple of my clients, and the autism came from the donor, they both had to quit their jobs. They need financial support. They need the kids to go to special schools. These sperm banks should be contributing that money. If you have a child.
Ask another question, Nancy? I just want to pose this to the doctors on the panel. Again, I'm the lawyer here, but when Nancy says that autism came from the donors,
you can't say that.
There's
no way to say that. It's very easy to blame the sperm for it, but there are a lot of illnesses out there where we're not entirely sure. Is this a genetic cause? We don't even know how to test for it. Is it environmental? Is it something that could have happened?
You can still have a problem, even having checked off all the boxes: IQ, education, no criminal activity background.
But I do think that, and Ariva, I want to ask you, Nancy, clearly you stated this, there seems to be an inability amongst many sperm banks to verify the information that the sperm donors are providing. And we know that these sperm donors can make a lot of money.
Yeah, I think the problem here is that the lack of national standards. So you can go to a sperm bank in one city and the requirements in terms of being a donor look like this list. And then you go to another city, and even within the same cities, the requirements differ so dramatically. So what I, as a lawyer, like about these lawsuits, some of them, is that they are causing us, one, to have this discussion about the need for standards. And some of these sperm banks, as a result of these lawsuits, will have to improve. They'll have to increase their background checks, their accountability to parents, because I think parents should know and be able to make a decision if they're receiving sperm and that sperm donor has some history that could be easily checked for, like an STD or like a genetic disorder. There is a donor sibling registry that I think all parents should go to, and you can find out information about other kids who've been birthed by the sperm that by your donor. And this is a way to share information, and a lot of it's positive information. You may learn that they're brothers or sisters who are doing amazing things that you didn't know about. So go to that website. There's going to be more information on the doctor's website, but there is a lot of good things that are happening that are connecting these kids, and I think we should continue to talk about those positive things as well.
And the one thing I want to say to you, Nancy, before we let you go is obviously we hope that some of these lawsuits do change standards. And hopefully that's the ultimate motivation here. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with us today. And like Ariva said, more information on the donor sibling registry at thedoctorstv.com. We'll be right back.